fucking.
Loving it.
I'm on 82nd and Greenfield, cousin.
Mid-August 2025 unleashed a brutal bout of flooding across southeast Wisconsin that left Milwaukee and its neighboring communities reeling. On the evening of August 9th, torrential rains triggered flash flood warnings across Milwaukee, West Allis, and Wauwatosa that extended into the early hours of August 10th. As the National Weather Service emphasized the risk with unusually intense rainfall volumes. Some areas recorded up to 4 inches in under a few hours, overwhelming stormwater systems and blocking city paths, roadways, and basements alike. The Wisconsin State Fair was forced to close in the middle of its schedule. Concert-goers of Lynyrd Skynyrd and fair attendees navigated flooded parking lots and stalled vehicles as water surged around them. Milwaukee's streets swiftly turned into rivers. On Capitol Drive near I-43 and at intersections like Humboldt and Chambers, vehicles floated and strained against the flood. Some motorists forced onto medians to avoid getting swept away. Over 200 complaints flooded into Milwaukee's Department of Public Works, detailing blocked storm drains, submerged roads, and impassable intersections across the county. Traffic ground to a halt, and emergency services scrambled to seal off dangerous zones and guide residents to higher ground. The flood's destructive force was deadly. At least one driver was swept away in his vehicle and perished when the heavy rains swept it off the road. An emergency rescue attempt proved too late. This tragic outcome underscores the lethal potential of just 6 inches of moving water, enough to sweep a pedestrian off their feet. A foot of water can stall a car, and 18 inches can carry off large vehicles. This event wasn't isolated. It echoes searing memories of the July 2010 Milwaukee flood, when 2 flash flood episodes within a week dumped up to 9.3 inches of rain, flooded basements and streets, created massive sewer overflow, and even produced a sinkhole large enough to swallow an SUV at Oakland and North Avenues. The 2025 floods have revived these old wounds, reminding residents of Milwaukee's long-standing vulnerability to severe summer storms, especially where urban infrastructure struggles to handle sudden deluges. In this instance, local officials emphasized that saturated ground from previous wetter-than-normal weeks likely played a role. With soils near capacity, even moderate additional rainfall had nowhere to go but into streets and basements. Drainage systems struggled under debris-laden flow, with catch basins clogged, intensifying street flood levels. The consequences were staggering. Homes experienced basement flooding within minutes. Multi-level residences saw living rooms rise inches above the foundation. Cars stalled in deep water, with some trapped heads down and flooding the interiors. Businesses shut down, with storefronts flooded and interiors soaked. Important city arteries like Capitol Drive remained closed for hours, disrupting commutes, deliveries, and emergency response, all while residents watched helplessly from cabs or dry sidelines. Emergency response was swift. Milwaukee's DPW dispatched drainage crews and pumps to major intersections, while the fire department assisted stranded motorists and helped facilitate evacuation from trapped neighborhoods. Public notices circulated urging citizens that "turn around, don't drown" was the only safe mantra, especially during nighttime when visibility and awareness faltered. While the 2025 event did not invoke statewide emergency declarations or federal aid as seen in previous decades, its impact has begun prompting municipal reflection. As of this current reporting, officials are evaluating drainage maintenance, stormwater infrastructure upgrades, and early warning systems, particularly for flash flood conditions triggered by severe summer convective cells. The lessons echo across Milwaukee's urban landscape. Aging storm systems cannot withstand unprecedented rain volumes. As floodwaters recede, recovery begins. Neighborhood cleanup started almost immediately. Volunteers cleared mud from storefronts, families helped neighbors empty flooded basements, and local contractors reported a spike in calls for water damage and mold mitigation services. Schools and public buildings scheduled post-flood inspections prior to reopening. Community organizations distributed sandbags and flood response kits in vulnerable neighborhoods, but amid cleanups, anxiety remains. Seasonal forecasts show more rain is possible in coming weeks, and Wisconsin's unpredictable summer storms aren't done yet. Many residents now view every summer thunderstorm with heightened caution, checking weather apps for flash flood warnings before stepping outside. This flooding event is more than an episode, it's a wake-up call. It spotlights how climate change may increasingly drive more intense rainfall in short spans, stretching infrastructure thin. It underscores social equity issues too, as older, lower-income neighborhoods with aging sewers and few green spaces suffer disproportionately. Yet amid the chaos, Milwaukee's resilience shines through. People rally to help. Communications keep residents safe. And after every deluge, the city rebuilds, street by flooded street, basement by basement, until the next storm serves as a reminder that adaptation isn't optional, it's essential.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Get out! Get out of your car!